In last class, we stopped studying tail host. The next thing we have to do is defense against infection. So, the defense against infection can be two types. It can be specific and non-specific. What does specific means and what does non-specific means? Specific means the defense of an a- towards an antigen, defense towards an antigen. Yeah, specific means the defense towards a specific antigen, and non specific means the defense against all in its way. Non specific defense protect the person from all microorganisms regardless of prior exposure. This means that non specific defense protect the person from all microorganism. It does not look whether the microorganism is A or microorganism is B or specific microorganism. It attacks non-specifically. They are anatomic and physiological barriers and inflammatory response. There are two types of specific defense, non-specific defense, sorry. There are two types of non-specific defense. Anatomic and physiological barriers include skin, mucus, tear, sweat, oral cavity, and saliva, vaginal bacteria, stomach acid, and inflammatory response include inflammation. Skin. Let's see about skin. We all know that we have skin, and the skin, the dead outer layer of skin, known as epidermis. The outer layer of skin is dead and it is known as epidermis. Formed a shield against invaders and secretes chemical that kill potential invaders. The skin acts as a wall shield against invaders and it also releases some particular chemicals which kill them. We human beings shed 40 to 50 thousands of cells every day. The next difference is mucus and cilia. As you breathe in foreign particles and bacteria bump into mucus. As we breathe, foreign particles actually come into our nostrils and lungs. The mucus is the thing that prevents it from entering the lungs. The foreign particle gets stuck on the lungs. Yeah, not lungs, it's mucus. It gets stuck on the mucus through your respiratory system and becomes stuck. And when you remove this mucus, these particles go with it. Sweat and tears. Sweat and tears are also a non specific defense mechanism. When we sweat, we produce many chemicals like salt and others. So this salt can kill many invaders. And tears also contain lysozyme enzyme which kills the bacteria. External defense. Stomach acid. Yeah, our stomach has an acid called hydrochloric acid. You all know it. It is very strong acid. When you swallow a bacteria, they are broken down incredibly by strong acid in the stomach that breaks down your food. The stomach must provide a coating of special mucus or this acid would eat through the stomach. If the stomach does not have a mucus, the acid would eat the stomach. So the stomach does has a mucus. And if we are skipping our food, then the stomach would get ulcers. Because of no food, the stomach's acid would react to its wall and cause ulcer. So it is better to eat and not to skip any food, breakfast or anything. Inflammation consists of three states. Yeah, we have studied inflammatory response consists of three stages: vascular and cellular response, exudate production, reparative phase. Vascular and cellular response. Injured body cells release chemicals called histamines, which begin the inflammatory response. When we are injured, our body cells produce chemicals known as histamines, which begin the inflammatory response. Capillaries in blood gets dilated. Pyrogens are released and they reach the hypothalamus and trigger to increase the body temperature so that to kill the invaders. Pain receptors activates. Yeah, we would feel pain, so the pain receptors would be activated. WBC flock into the infected area like a shark to blood. Yeah, the WBC would come fast to the wounded area to kill the pathogens, bacteria, invaders that have entered. Second line of defense, white blood cell. We all are familiar with WBC, white blood cell. If invaders actually get within the body, then your white blood cell would begin their attack. WBC normally circulate through blood but will enter the body tissue if the invaders are detected. Yeah, the WBC are normally seen in the blood, and if invaders are present, then it would come out of the blood and kill them. Phagocyte. Phagocytes, white blood cells, are responsible for eating foreign particles by engulfing them. Phagocytes are a white blood cell which are responsible for eating foreign particle by engulfing them. Once engulfed, the phagocyte breaks the foreign particle apart in organelles called lysosomes. Exudate production. It is the second one of inflammation. The first one was vascular and cellular response. The second one is exudate production, and the third one is reparative phase. In exudate production, it consists of a fluid that is escaped from the blood vessels, dead phagocytic cells, dead tissue cells, and product that they release. Yeah, exudate production means it consists of a fluid which is escaped from the blood vessel, dead phagocytic cells, dead tissue cell, and products that they release. The nature of exudate vary according to the tissue involved and the intensity and duration of the inflammation. Reparative phase. It involves the repair of injured tissue by regeneration or replacement with fibrous tissue formation. There are two ways in which reparative phase can occur: by regeneration or replacement with fibrous tissue, like scar. Regeneration is the replacement of destroyed tissue cells by the cells that are identical or similar in function, structure, and function. So, regeneration means it would be a replacement. It would be a replacement of destroyed tissue cell by cells that are actually identical or similar in structure and function. In early stages of this process, the tissue is called granulation tissue. It appears pink or red because of many newly formed capillaries. Later, tissue shrinks and form cicatrix or scar. Yeah, in the inflammation area, it would appear pink or red because of the newly formed capillaries. And later, this tissue shrinks and forms scar. Specific defense. Specific defense are the defense against specific pathogen, bacteria, invader. Antibody mediated defense. First one is antibody mediated defense. Second one is cell mediated defense. Antibody mediated defense include active immunity and passive immunity. Active immunity is the immunity that is acquired when the antibody is produced in the body itself. Passive immunity is the delivery of antibody from outside. In active immunity, there is natural and artificial. Natural active immunity means when we have an infection or we have a disease, our body would produce antibody that is known as natural active immunity. If we are hit by coronavirus, then the body would produce antibody against coronavirus that is known as active natural immunity. Artificial active immunity include the immunization program. When not immunization is vaccination. Yeah, when we are injected by vaccine, our body produces antibodies. So it is known as artificial active immunity. Passive immunity. Passive immunity includes the immunity which is acquired from outside, delivering delivering antibody from outside. Natural passive immunity include milk from mother, which is known as colostrum, and antibody from placenta from the womb itself. Then artificial passive immunity include anti-tetanus and anti-venom, which are produced from animals which are directly injected when in need to eradicate the infection or disease. If a person is bitten by a snake, he wouldn't he wouldn't injected by any vaccine. He would directly get injection by antivenom, which directly neutralizes the venom. Cell mediated defense. So I think we should stop here in today's class. We can talk about cell mediated defense in the next part, the fifth part. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.